Hey, Stenner Agruman here. So the Makito X, our pro-grade encoder for broadcast, enterprise, and defense. We know the Makito X can transport H.264 or HEVC live video over any network. But what about latency? Where does it come from? And more importantly, how can the Makito X contribute to low latency workflows for you? To talk about this, I've invited my colleague Jessica Singh. Jessica, thank you for joining me. Can you tell me why low latency is so important? Jessica, did you hear me?
Well, Sten, we all know how latency can be a big problem in video streaming workflows. Yes, Stan, I can hear you. As I was saying, low latency is key for the real-time delivery and interactivity in the world of enterprise, broadcast, and defense. Yes, I am going to go ahead. So as I was saying...
Depending on your needs, latency can play a critical role in your streaming workflows. If we're talking about fluid interactivity, then you're going to want to keep your glass-to-glass latency under 200 milliseconds. And generally speaking, latency can vary from under 100 milliseconds to well over a minute. So let's talk about where latency comes from. At a high level, latency contributions come from the camera, encoder, network transport, decoder, and display. When using professional-grade cameras and displays, latency is negligible. With encoders, however, latency varies depending on your approach. Broadcast encoders, software encoders, and hardware encoders will all have different impacts on total latency. Transporting your video stream will introduce latency. Factors such as distance, dealing with packet loss and jitter, intermediate network devices, and firewall traversal can all add to latency. After transport, you still need to decode your video. Decoder latency varies depending on your approach. Software decoders, set-top boxes, and dedicated hardware encoders can add a little or a lot of latency. Don't let latency ruin your projects. Whether you're an enterprise, broadcast, or defense, the Makito X is your solution for low latency streaming. Within the Makito X series, there are different encoding and decoding solutions depending on your specific needs, from streaming low latency H.264 or HEVC video to deploying low latency workflows in harsh environments. At Haivision, we have 12 years of experience delivering low latency video. With highly efficient encoding and transport technologies, we can deliver your video in under 160 milliseconds, giving you the most interactive experience possible. So if you need low latency, the Makito X is the answer. Get in touch to find out more.